Where's my corrosive? Corrosive. What was corrosive again?
Electricity and toxic.
Yeah, okay, if I can find this, that'd be great. That shocking touch, I'm wanting my other one, though. It'd just be easier if I could just sort, mind you. It's not even, it's just a matter of not being able to sort that's holding this back. Corrosive, please, come on. Virulent Scourge, there we go. Fly. Alright, I think we're good. Yeah, we're good.
Right. Okay, Vodyanoi. And I know I'm going to get corrected on this by someone. Oh well.
Who's Vod annoying?
You know, a lot of these ones are based on like some sort of mythologies or something like that, but
yeah.
I've never cross-referenced any of them. Although, I will say there's one location on Ultor that is definitely not a mythology gag of the, like, Pantheons type sort. Do you know that location Ultor on Mars?
Ultor, yeah.
That's a Red Faction joke. That's the planet where Red Faction took place. No, Ultor is the mining company for... I'm not putting that one in the video because I messed that one up so bad. I'm sure anyone who's played Warframe enough or seen the wiki enough knows this, but... Headshots. That's my mission.
Unalerted, so it's not happening for me.
Because you didn't bring
Loki.
Yeah.
I'm trying to level this frame up.
So, it only takes one Vasto shot to do it, thankfully. So, there's that. You're going the wrong way, someone. I don't know if it was...
That's me.
Okay.
I have no doubt of that, actually, by this point.
And someone tripped the alarm.
See, they do it even when we're not in the same room with them. I don't know why. I mean, of course, they knew we were here, but...
It's called They Can Hear Us. That's that's really all it could be. For some reason, they don't hear arrow explosions. That's about one of the few things they don't hear. That they really should.
Well, because bows are silent.
But the Thunderbolt should discount that.
Yeah.
If you're using bomb arrows, chances are you're not trying for stealth anyway. I was gonna headshot him.
Oh.
I have a headshot mission, remember?
Yeah, right. I'll hold back. So I'm not gonna get my.
Yeah, you already kind of established that wasn't gonna happen. All right, let's see. I'm gonna have the next one drop me deliberately because I took. Oh wait, I'm being healed. That's right.
Oh yeah.
Everyone forgets the healer.
Mm-hmm. Despite the fact that the healer is the one person who could potentially screw the party over by being spiteful.
What?
Tank. No, seriously. I play healers enough that I'm kind of used to being forgotten because I'm not like the superstar. They think those DPS think they're so hot about it, not realizing I'm the one in the real control of the party's progress. The tank can try all he wants, but the tank can keep the enemies held, but he's not going to last long if he doesn't have a healer. And the DPS are going to crumple like flies if the healer ain't helping them.
Yeah.
So really, the healer is the one with the most control, which surprises me that no one bothers playing him.
It's probably too hard, honestly. If that's... Yeah.
They don't realize healer is not that difficult. You keep people... your job is to keep people alive. That is it.
There we go.
It's not like your output is going to be affected nearly as much by dodging everything the way DPS have it. I would probably be the one person in online gaming who thinks DPS have the hardest job, which makes me so baffled why people keep playing that role.
You do have to stack a build just right to make DPS super effective.
Which is all the DPS people care about in online games. Whoever's the very best.
Very best, like no one ever was.
Ugh.
And it does get kind of that bad. For some reason, it's odd hearing a Pokemon joke out of you. Weren't you a Digimon fan?
Yeah. But it's just too obvious, so I had to.
I like both of them back in the day.
Yeah.
Especially after I found Digimon, I'm like, oh, this is pretty interesting.
Mine was mainly Pokemon with a side of Monster Rancher. You never heard of that one, have you? It's the
I've heard of it, but I never really watched it.
Yeah, I haven't watched the show much, but it was more like the game. In that case, it was the games. Unusual, you could shove in almost any music CD you had, and you'd get a monster out of it. Ironically, REM's Monster, you need special permissions to use that disc.
By the way, what's your progression at?
I'm done with the headshot mission.
Oh, okay.
I just kept going for headshots because, well...
Exercise. Basically.
Actually, it's time for me to go to the Dara. I've been using the Vasto this entire time. See? It sounds kind of like a Corpus gun. Although I'm pretty sure Corpus guns are much slower than this. Yeah, the Dara is supposed to be an amped up version of a Corpus gun.
Well, I'm dribbling these guys around like basketballs, these little...
If only I knew how that tune went. I can't even try to think of it. You know what one you've got to know what I'm talking about.
Which one? What?
Never mind. Well, I'm trying to remember the Harlem Globetrotters theme.
Oh.
You said basketball.
Yeah.
So I kind of had to.
Yeah, I know it.
I haven't been to those games in long enough that I wouldn't remember.
I've never been to one, but it's just kind of one of those things out there. Wall run practice. Go. Now I've got to get back there. Rubido, salvage, probably something else.
Mm-hmm. Alright, both of you are in? Okay, both of you are in here. The other problem, one of the problems I see with pubs in this game, public players, is that they have a tendency to run in front of your shots. That pisses me off.
Especially when you're using a grenade launcher, right?
Doesn't matter what gun it is. Stay out of the way. This is not that kind of competition. That's the only logical explanation.
Again, we'll go back to basketball there.
Yeah. The only logical explanation is that they think they got to be first at everything, got to have most of everything. I have trouble accepting situations where first doesn't matter as a person, but in a team situation, I don't impede people just for that. At least not in games that are supposed to be co-op. I don't do it. Although if they start doing it enough, I may wind up doing it to them. Kind of like need, greed, loot rules in MMOs. Back when I played World of Warcraft, you could be reasonably assured of people greeding on everything, and where someone needs on something weirdly, that's enough to stop the group and get someone to report it. To be fair, that guy left immediately after he needed on it. It was just so shocking that I think everyone reported him.
I'm admiring the razor blades over here.
Whereas nowadays in MMOs, everyone needs on almost everything they can get their hands on. It's gotten to the point where I've started doing it because otherwise I will never get anything.
Honestly, most games just say forget it, and then just go for having unique drops for everyone. Like this game.
Yeah, Neverwinter isn't like that. Neverwinter. I mean, there's some drops that's unique to everyone, but like any item that's like green quality or higher is the need greed system. We gotta check in on that. Terminal.
It's fine.
All right.
I've got it. I've been back here the whole time.
I don't like being this far out from the terminal.
I've been back here the whole time. Well, that scorch went down in like a second.
Okay, so I can shoot through the stairs. You can never be sure in these games whether you can shoot through the stairs or not. They treat it like an invisible wall with ramps and some things. And yet here, it looks like I can just shoot through the steps.
Okay, hold on. Catching up.
Mm-hmm. I'll get the mustard.
Wow, there's a lot of crap out here.
Alright, so going up the ramp side, I don't know why they put it here, ultimately. Just, there's no point to it anymore when there's stairs, but I decided to give it a try regardless, because I hadn't done it in so long. They locked us out. I saw the icon before I could react to it. Actually, Leo, I want to correct myself on something I said earlier. I may not actually bring up the job you have specifically, but I may bring up jokes appropriate to it on occasion.
Okay.
Go over what it was again, like bricks something.
Just basically a brickyard. I'm
brickyard
lug loader operator right now for the time being, but. Like I say, it's mostly temp stuff that I do.
Because I thought of some reference quote that came from, of all things, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Something like... It's one of Xander's lines, if you can't tell. Basically, someone else calls him a glorified bricklayer earlier on in the season. And he makes reference to that later on, and the glorified bricklayer picks up the spare, or something like that. I don't know the actual intonations. I admit I didn't watch that show as much as I should have.
Yeah, well, I never really watched it at all, so...
Yeah.
I don't think it was ever really my thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, here we go. Running around the circumference. Oh, there we go.
So this plasma gun, I probably wouldn't take it along for Ceres, or whatever that planet's supposed to be pronounced. I'd say Ceres because otherwise there's so many jokes you could use off the pronunciation. But yeah, I don't see myself bringing this gun to Ceres, but I think it could be used for most Grenier missions otherwise, and this might even be worth putting a catalyst in eventually. It's not a priority though.
Oh, that's a homing rocket. This isn't Jetman. What are you doing? We don't need 5 homers homing. We don't need this.
Once my review comes out, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Wait, he's actually part of your next review?
Yeah,
yeah.
I told you singing. Remember?
Oh.
Seek thinks I did a good job. So,
yeah, I do.
I don't agree with him, but
You always have to disagree with me, even when it's a compliment.
Well, I just feel like I need to improve a part
Speaking of singing and us, I'm trying to think of what licensed song someone would use for, like, you, Leo, or for me, because I came up with the one for Seek already.
Huh.
You don't remember me making references to a band called The Who?
Yeah. Maybe The Lion Sleeps Tonight. No?
Yeah, I was hoping.
Too obvious?
I was hoping to avoid
obvious.
ones that are only in Disney films, like something like that would be avoided. But there might be like, Why Should I Worry from Oliver and Company might work, because I think that just from a standpoint of what songs qualify.
For me, or wait, for him?
Yeah.
Why should I worry? I'm not sure.
From Oliver. From Oliver and Company. I'm trying to remember.
Oh.
I think it was sung by Billy Joel.
Who does this go for?
No, I'm just trying to give examples of what songs might qualify. Like, an obvious Disney one, like... Well, okay, Lion Sleeps Tonight isn't strictly Disney, but that's what most people are going to think strongly. Like, more than the Why Should I Worry example. But I still think the song is too obvious to use.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I still need to actually go ahead and design that out right as I can have my next level ready. That's good.
Yay! Now you can get the Soma, finally.
You are qualified for your next rank.
What was 5 to 6 again?
I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know if it... when was the wall running one?
The Walrus Run?
7 to 8, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to double check. I'm pretty sure it was 7 to 8.
Yeah, because I want to record my first attempt at that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I still think that thing is not as tough as Seek made it.
I don't think it is either. I just had trouble with it.
I'm pretty good at the wall running stuff.
I barely completed that thing on my first attempt, though, so who's talking? like really
Not
barely.
me.
One more fail at the last one, and I would have had to wait a day to try again.
It took me 3 attempts. I have no place about saying anything of it.
I keep a fast weapon when you do it, though.
Mm-hmm. Use a flamethrower.
He used the flamethrower. I used the Hiko. Because those things also reload fast.
You know what? It may sound weird, but use the Grikata. It's wild enough that it'll hit.
And you only need to hit once. I don't think you have to worry about damage.
No need for damage. Just the wildest spreading gun ever. Use a Tommy gun or an Uzi.
The Karak's pretty fast firing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's not like spread. Use a shotgun actually. But the reload, well, you have to worry about reload times.
Why did I get rid of the Grikata then? I need a spready weapon. How about I use a shotgun? Will that work?
I just said shotgun.
It does depend on the shotgun. Strewn might work. I would go against the heck. The Sobek would be the best option if you're going to do that. Because you got like a 20-round drum magazine with that thing. And it also fires reasonably fast for a shotgun.
What are you going to use, Loki?
Probably. I wonder what the next one is, though. For right now, 5 to 6.
They listed on the wiki.
Yeah. Yep, gonna break recording for a second to go check.
Your mission where you shoot them, only you don't capture them. You just stand over their body and don't let the enemies go there. I think. I don't even know if I did that right. I don't know what I was doing.
Incidentally, does it have any community left?
Probably not.
Probably some hardcore people who didn't want to give up on it. Because it was kind of hyped a bit. It's kind of like what Leo was feeling, where they wanted it to be good, but it didn't quite do everything. So
yeah, if it winds up with a daily deal or a free weekend, I might install it. Because that's the time when the community is going to be largest, I'm sure.
Well, they used to do free weekends and stuff on it pretty frequently, but I haven't seen one of those in a while now.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 3 times I think they did it, and it was quite consistent.
Mm-hmm. All right, so defense or survival? I only care about 5 ways in the defense. So,
What are we against? The same people?
Grenier.
It's still Grenier, so don't worry
Good.
about changing your
Still
loadout.
Grinners.
Yeah, I need to make my loadouts.
I think we'll go with Kamine, the defense mission.